Hello everyone, your friendly neighborhood narrator here, and it's time now for my Q&A response video. So first let me say thank you to all of you who took the time to ask me a nice question. I'll be honest, I was not expecting to get very many questions, and look at this, I've got a whole page full of them. You really know how to make a guy feel special, thank you. And secondly, let me apologize that it's taken so long to get this out. I had forgotten that I had a vacation scheduled not long after I put up the video. And then other stuff happened too, so it's been like 3 weeks now, so sorry about that. But let's go ahead and jump right in. My good friend Aztex has the honor of having the first question, and he asks, first, not a question, how did you come up with your OC design, and does he have a backstory? Came up with the design just kind of poking around in Pony Creator, as I imagine most people do. Chose an Earth Pony because I thought Earth Ponies were wiser and kind of closer to the Earth, you know what I mean? But knowing me, I'm probably not going to get to that anytime soon. I just kind of like the idea of him being this kind of, he's a wizened, wandering storyteller who travels the land. But that's about all I've got for him at this point. He's not terribly fleshed out at this time. Maybe someday. Next question. Crystal Heart asks, will you be doing the continuation of Transcendence? Maybe. I have to say I'm pretty pleased with the reception that Transcendence got. The author, Corejo, is still in the process of writing the sequel, which is called Flock Together, and it's only up to about chapter 3, I think, at this time, last time I checked. But thank you for your interest, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I might just end up doing the sequel when it's finished. Thank you. Chaotic7 asks, ooh, Chaotic! How did you get started narrating Ponyfix, and what led to you becoming a brony? Ooh, I'll do those backwards. So what led to me being a brony? Man, it was TF2. Team Fortress 2 is how I got introduced to pony stuff. It was about 2012, I think, when I had first heard of it. I had joined this really silly TF2 server, and they were all reading these stories just over the mic comms there. They were reading creepypastas, and they were also reading some My Little Pony fanfictions. And I'd heard of bronies before, but I was just curious. What is this thing? What is it that grown-ass men find so compelling about this show for little girls? And so I hopped on the old Pirate Bay there and downloaded all the shows, and well, you know how it goes. You watch episode 1, and then you watch episode 2, and then you watch episode 3, and the whole time I'm telling myself, well, I don't actually like this show, you know, this is all purely academic. This is for research purposes. I don't like it myself. And then I was somewhere in the middle of season 2 and I decided I really, really liked the show. And it was a slow process for me of kind of admitting to myself that I liked the show and then having the courage to admit to the people that I loved that I liked the show. But it was actually Scribbler and Ilya Leonov in equal parts that kind of got me to jump into the fandom with both feet, if that makes sense. I think it was one of Ilya's readings first, and then one of Scribbler's soon after. And I was absolutely blown away by the quality, not only of the story itself, but also the production. And I promptly became fans of both of theirs. And sometime later, I decided to try my hand at fic reading myself. And now here I am. And the rest, as they say, is history. Thanks for the question, Chaotic. Chaotic's another narrator if you don't know, and go and subscribe to his channel. Okay, next question. Wolfx1120 asks, oh, quite a few questions, okay. Way to go on 300 plus subs, Brohoof. Aw, thanks buddy. Question 1, how did you get into MLP? Yeah, like I said, TF2, Scribbler, and Ilya. Question 2, what is your favorite fanfic? Ooh, oh man, that's a tough one. There's so many. I think my all-time favorite is still Thou Goddess by Horizon. Let's see. Oh, I liked The End of Ponies by Short Skirts and Explosions. Oh, he's good. I like everything by Present Perfect and Skyrider, Admiral Biscuit. Jorg, I really liked his stuff. I read through most of his stuff recently. Man, you can't make me choose. There's just too many. I don't know what to say to that. Question 3. Did you know what you were getting into when you said yes to this Q&A? Nope. Question 4. Do you like me? Yes or no, and why? Yeah, I like you. You comment on all my videos, and you taught me how to brohoof. Of course I like you. Number 5. Are you crazy? Well, yeah, but I don't see what that has to do with anything. Question 6. Am I crazy? Yes. Question 7. Why am I doing this? Well, I asked you to ask me questions. Okay. Question 8. Why are you still answering my questions? Beginning to wonder. Number 9. Are you having fun? Yes. Number 10. How long are you going to keep this up? Well, I see 3 more questions here. At least that long. Question 11, what was I going to ask you? Don't know, buddy. Question 12, are you still reading this? Obviously. Question 13, did you know 13 is my lucky number? No, I didn't, but now I do. Thank you. Okay, lady, love you, bye-bye. I am not a lady. I don't know if you knew that about me or not. Thank you for the questions, WolfX1120. Cole Linnet asks, hope I'm saying that right. How far do you feel you'll get? Say in the next year or 5 maybe. Just in terms of progress, let's say. Keep up the good work, narrator. Oh, thank you. How far do I feel I'll get? Well, I'll be honest, no brag, but I'm very pleased with how my voice acting career is going so far. I should be finished with my book for Audible here in a couple weeks if everything goes smoothly. Too early to tell how successful that'll be, but I'll talk more about that when it's done. And other than that, I gotta say I'm pretty happy right where I am, to be honest. I've met some incredible, amazing people since all this started. Got a few projects on the horizon I'm very, very excited about. It takes a lot out of me, doing the voice acting stuff. It's just a lot of work. But it's been, oh, it's so worth it. I love doing what I do. I really do. Sorry to sound like a pompous ass, but it's true. Thank you for the questions, Cole Linnet. Liquid Harmony asks, Hey! What fanfic do you want to read in the future, and what is your favorite fanfic overall? Mine is Best Friends Forever and A Puppet to Her Fame. Ooh, you have good tastes. Yeah, Scribbler's production of Puppet to Her Fame is wow, so good. I'll be honest, I can't really deal with like the really violent horror stuff too much, but wow, what a fic. I don't think I read Best Friends Forever though. Sorry. There's still a whole bunch of like kind of classic fanfics out there that I've never read for one reason or another, and I probably never will. But in terms of what my favorite fanfic overall, let's see. Yeah, still gonna go with Thou Goddess. I think that one moved me more than anything else I've read. And I've done a reading for that. You can find that in my channel. If you haven't heard it before, I do recommend it. Thank you for the question. Wooten AIE asks, oh, Wooten. Hey, bruh, what's your SSN? I got in trouble with the government when I was in DC and they ain't letting me buy stuff anymore. I promise to give it back when I'm done. Ugh, damn it, Wooten. Chinchillax asks, ooh, Chinchillax. Ooh, I need to revise my statement earlier. Chinchillax is the author of The Library of Discord, and that, if it's not my favorite fic, it's definitely really high up on the list. Super good. And then he did an audio production of that himself, and that was also super good, so do go listen to that if you haven't already. Anyway, Chinchillax asks, any interesting stories of hunting down / creating sound effects? Ooh, let me think. I haven't done a whole lot of my own sound effects. I'm usually lucky enough to be able to find what I need on Freesound and so on. But let me think. Oh, for Plural Possessive, there's a few sound effects that I couldn't find, and so I did end up making my own. Let's see. There's a scene in there where Dinky falls down the stairs and slides across the entrance to her house and then hits the cabinet, and then a vase falls on her head. And I think I couldn't find what I needed on Freesound for any of those, and I just ended up doing them all myself. For the bangs as she's hitting her head down the stairs, I just kind of thumped my desk. And then for the sliding, I couldn't find anything that would work, so I just slid a cardboard box across my desk and recorded that. And then there was the sound effect for the ceramic vase slowly tipping over. And so I just took a ceramic cereal bowl and just kind of rolled it back and forth across my desk a few times and looped that a whole bunch of times, and that worked pretty well. Oh, there's another one too. Yeah, for the rose. Oh, this is a good story. So I needed a sound effect for a character dropping the ladle into a thing of soup. And so I took a big stock pot and filled it up with water and brought it all to my desk and just dropped a ladle in it and recorded that. And I guess I put the microphone a little too close to the water there because the water splashed on the microphone and I was really, really worried that I damaged my Blue Yeti, but fortunately I just dried it off real quick and it was okay. But that would have been really, really bad because I don't think I could have afforded another microphone, so it's really lucky that it wasn't damaged. Yeah, so that's my story. Thank you for the question. Oh, you have more questions. Sorry, here we go. What is your favorite traditional mythological creature? Anything created before 1900? Phoenix, dragon, griffin, etc. Oh, I'm gonna go with dragon. I'm gonna go with unicorn actually. Yeah, for obvious reasons. Favorite modern mythological creature? Anything after 1900? Pikachu, Gabumon, Ents, etc. I only know what one of those are, but okay. Anything after 1900, let's see. I guess, let's see. I'll say, ooh, you know, I can say Cthulhu, right? Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I liked all those, I'll go with that one. And what fandoms are you interested in joining that you haven't yet? Man, I'll tell you a secret. Everyone keeps trying to get me into this new stuff, Steven Universe and, oh, what's the other one? Undertale, you know, still haven't played that. And, you know, stuff like FNAF. And to be honest, just none of it holds any appeal to me. I pretty much only like ponies, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when the show ends. That's gonna be a very, very sad day for me. So I tried to give Steven Universe a chance, I really did, but I just can't get into it, man. Like, people tell me it's gonna get better at some point, I just haven't gotten that far. So yeah. Fandom's pretty much just pony right now. Although, some of my narrator friends got me started on, Star Wars Clone Wars, and that's actually not bad, that's okay. Okay, so that's that. Boy, another question. Hypothetical, because of your own wise investments and smart business dealings... You're funny, I love you. By the age of 40, you have amassed a wealth of over $62 billion. What do you do with your time and money? Oh, man, that would be nice, wouldn't it? It's like, build a big mansion in every state and just travel around all the time. Go on a cruise, see the world, buy my wife something nice, you know. Like an island. Yeah, that'd be cool. But you know what I think? When I'm not traveling and seeing the sights and all that good stuff, I'd probably be sitting in front of my computer most of the time recording Ponyfics, because that's what I really, really like to do. Yeah. I guess if I had time, I'd start writing again, but you know how that goes. Good questions, Chinchalax. Thanks for those. Okay, and next up is Solar Pony, another one of my narrator friends. Hurrah! I come to you bringing not one question, but many! Couldn't help but read that in the Royal Canterlot voice. 1. On your OC vector, the one you used in this video, what are those 4 books he's carrying on his back? Oh... Ooh, good questions. Yeah, had not thought that far ahead, I'll be honest. I think my OC works at a library part-time, so I think he's just he's putting the books back. Yeah, we'll go with that. They're not his books, they could be any books. He's just working at the library and putting those back. Yeah. 2. What would you like to do for a living? I want to be a voice actor. That'd be kick-ass. Not have to worry about commutes and traffic, just kind of do my thing right here in my office in the comfort and safety of my own home. That'd be the life for me, man. And got a long way to go to make that happen, though, so I'm gonna try to keep my options open in the meantime. 3. If you could describe all the narrators in one word, what would that word be? All the narrators, well, as you know, we have quite a motley crew of narrators, kind of coming from all walks of life there. Oh, I'll just go with that. I'll say motley. Yeah. And if you don't know what that means, go look that up in the dictionary. I'll say motley. Favorite video game and favorite video game genre? Okay. I pretty much only play first-person shooters, and as a matter of fact, I've pretty much only been playing TF2 for like 8 years now. It's kind of sad. I'm the best demo man there ever was, if you didn't know. But yeah, definitely play first-person shooters. Favorite video game? Half-Life 2 is really good. Let's see. I loved BioShock Infinite. Oh, that game was so good. Oh, I must have played that game through like 4 times. I think, yeah, that's probably my favorite game right now, BioShock Infinite. Question 5. What is the most annoying thing for you? I'm an easygoing guy. Not too much stuff gets under my skin. Let me see. I don't know. I hate when my coworkers, like, leave their week-old food in the fridge and it gets all gross. And I don't understand why you can't just take that trash home when you're done. So yeah, I had to yell at some coworkers last week, so maybe it's that. I don't know, that might be the best I can do on short notice, sorry. And Solar Pony ends with, my greatest felicitations on your milestone. Have a good one, narrator. Aw, thanks, buddy. Next up, Loveless. Oh, well, I got a lot to say about Loveless, but I'll have to save that for another time. He's also a narrator, if you didn't know. Go subscribe to him. Anyway, Loveless asks, favorite fan song? Chant of Immortality by Forever Free Brony, and featuring Chi-Chi. Oh, what a song. Holy cow. That just gets me every time, you know? I think I have a crush on Chi-Chi too, so there's that. Favorite fan art? My favorite fan art is this. It's really, really hard for me to try to pick one favorite. But I think if I had to choose one, it'd be this one. This one's titled The Light Is Not For You by Pony Bites. And, oh, just look at it. I think the interplay of light and darkness and good and evil is probably what I find most fascinating about MLP in general. And I just love the emotion here. I know it's kind of dark for sure, but you can just feel the anguish, you know? Anyway, on to lighter things. Favorite flower. Favorite flower? Not really a big flower guy, I'll be honest. My wife likes lilacs, so I'll go with that, I guess. Can you do death metal growls? Well, to be honest, I never tried. Let's see here. Oh! Okay. Well, okay. I think the answer to that is no, I cannot do death metal growls. Thank you for that, though. Now my voice really hurts. Sing for us! Oh, I really wish I'd done that before the death metal growl, but okay. La 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 la. Well, now I feel really dumb. Thanks for that, Loveless. Thank you. Next question. As a writer and audiophile both, have you ever thought about doing original radio play productions? Man, that sounds like a lot of work. I'm just kind of a mediocre writer, and that's probably being generous. And there's so many amazing writers out there, I would probably leave that to the professionals, you know what I mean? Just kind of play to my strengths and let them play to theirs. But who knows, maybe someday. All the congratulations, all of them, and many more to come, no doubt. Keep awesoming and have a wonderful time of it. Heart, 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 heart. K-bye. Oh, Lovelessy. You're such a sweetheart. Next up, Matej Huang again. I'm probably not saying that right, and I'm sorry. Question A. Are alphabets awesome? I am generally a fan of alphabets because they allow the transmission of words and ideas on printed form, so I'm gonna say yes. You know, it's one of those things you take for granted, but yeah, I really like alphabets, actually. Good question. B. Best pony. Ooh, you know, I've had a change of heart on this recently. Used to be Applejack was my favorite pony, the main six. But you know what? I think my favorite pony is Pinkie Pie now. Yeah, it wasn't easy to accept. This was a hard change for me to go through, but yeah, I think it's Pinkie Pie now. I think I've come to terms with that. Next question, cats or dogs? Speaking as someone who has 4 cats, I definitely like dogs better. I hate my cats. They're always interrupting me when I'm recording, and I hate them. Ugh. Question D. Do you like dubstep? I only like dubstep if it's done well. So I'm really picky about my dubstep, but I do like dubstep. And oh. Okay, I just clicked the read more button on YouTube here, and I see that you have a lot of questions, A through Z, and now I see why the first question was, are alphabets awesome? I see what you did there. Okay, this is gonna take a minute. Let's see. E. Ever eat eel? Can't say that I have. F. Favorite Fluttershy fanfic? Not only that, you're starting every question with that letter of the question that it is. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, well, this will take me a while. Well played, sir. Well played. Favorite Fluttershy fanfic? Forever Young. Dr. Wolf did a reading of that one. And probably some others too that I'm forgetting, but very, very good Fluttershy fanfic. G. Going to any cons? No, sadly. Cons are probably not on the table for me at this time just because I don't have the money. Makes me sad. H. How often do you listen to other readers? All the time. All the time. I have a really long commute. And, you know, when I get home, I gotta do a lot of housework, a lot of stuff around the house. And having something to listen to is just the best thing ever. It's weird because all my narrator friends, like, I was a fan of, like, all of them before I started it myself. And now these are people that I, like, collaborate with on a regular basis and I talk to every day. And they're, like, my friends, but I'm still fans of them. It's kind of crazy. I. Is the purpose of life to discover life's purpose through art? Kind of a circular question, but yeah, I think probably it is. J. January been good to you so far? Well, January's over because I was stupid and didn't put this out in time, but yes, January was a good month. K, Kelvin, Celsius, or Fahrenheit? Definitely Kelvin. I'm a big fan of absolutes, yeah. L, listen to a lot of brony music. You know, not very much. To be honest, it's just one of those things. I never seem to find the time to be able to sit down and just listen to all the good music that gets posted to EQD and stuff like that. So it makes me sad, but yeah, most of the brony music out there just kind of passes me by. M, most magical moment you've experienced in the MLP fandom. Magical. Okay, I think this counts. When the CMCs got their cutie marks, oh my god, I lost my shit. I lost it! That was magical. I think that counts. N, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around to desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Oh, you got me good, you bastard. You rickrolled me. Well played. O, OTP. Apple Dash. Now and forever. Yes. P, plans for your channel. Just gonna stay the course for now. Things are going pretty good. Q, question for your subscribers. Q, question for your subscribers. Well, getting serious for a sec, I would love to know what you guys like and what you don't like. If you want to see more of a particular genre, I can do that. So yeah, feedback always appreciated. R, reading or readings. One is a plural form of the other. Yeah. S, sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs awake. Clap your hooves and do a little shake. Yes. T, tell us your secrets. No. U, you what, mate? V, Velvet Remedy is from what fanfic? W, what is your earliest memory? I remember being like 3 and asking my dad for ice cream. I think that's my earliest memory. X. Wow. X squared minus 3x plus 2 equals 0. Correct. Y, you actually got this far? Yeah, I said I would, and you know, here I am. Z, Zakora equals Zen Master? I would say yes, she's got kind of that Zen thing going on, and she lives out in the woods by herself, and she, does that thing where she balances on the pole, so I'll say yes. Okay, thank you for those questions, all 26 of them. I think some of them don't count as questions, but yeah. I can't believe I read the whole thing. Wow. Next up, Creepypasta Salad. Ooh, another narrator. He asks, ooh, let's see. I apologize in advance if any of my questions overlap with ones posed before me. I'm in a bit of a rush right now. That's okay. What drives you in life? Ponies? Do you have any favorite quotes from your readings or elsewhere? Okay, I had to pause the recording here because I had to go find this, but there's this one particular passage from a story called The River Dream at Sunset, written by Groaning Grey Agony, and this one really stuck with me and I really, really like it. And I shall read that for you now. For even the whisper of a butterfly makes an echo, and like unto a single word of kindness spoken in sincerity, its influence may spread and multiply in ways unseen. Wow, so good. So Ilya Leonov did a reading of that fic, and I do recommend you go check that out. I love that fic, super good. What is the best way to avoid tripping, slipping, and breaking your hip? Never walk anywhere is technically the best answer for that. If you play them, what are your favorite board, card, and video games? I don't play board or card games because I'm too dumb. I just can't figure it out. I recently started playing Pathfinder D&D with some of my narrator friends for the first time in my life, and I need a lot of help because I don't know why. I regard myself as a reasonably intelligent person, but they're just some things I've just kind of accepted that I can't do. And just kind of keeping the stats and everything straight is not one of them. So I don't really play board or card games, but video games, probably BioShock Infinite. Probably my favorite right now. Where is their sweet music that softer falls than petals blown from roses on the grass? That is beautiful. That's a quote from something, I assume, but I admit I don't know where it's from. But maybe the question was rhetorical. I think it was rhetorical. I'm actually not going to answer that. Are you strong in any languages other than English? Not really. I've picked up some German and some Arabic in my travels, and I speak just enough Spanish to order a carne asada and pick up chicks, which is really all you need. Have you ever watched How to Be a Gangster by Ryan Higa? No, I actually haven't. Do you have any favorite memes, pony or otherwise? Would you please share them? The hello, this is X. I don't know why, and that just gets me every time. Hello? Yes, this is dog. Hello? Yes, this is bathtub. I don't know why I think that's so funny. It just is. Do you like to wear flannel? Not really a big flannel guy, I'll be honest. Like, if you start sweating, it like kind of sticks to you. I can't stand that. I'm also not a lumberjack, so there's that. Thank you for the questions, Creepypasta Salad. He's also a good narrator. Go listen to him. And next question, Sexy Xenomorph. Oh, Xena. Oh boy, here we go. Your loyal pet asks you these things. Yeah, this'll be fun. A. Will you keep your pet in the house, or must she sleep in a kennel in the garden? No, she'll sleep on the bed with us, kind of curled up by our feet. B. What sort of collar would you make your pet wear, if any? Well, my pet's kind of wild, so I actually need one of those ones that kind of choke him a little bit. But I wouldn't worry, I think she's into that. C. Do all outfits require underwear or no? Pretty much all outfits require underwear. I definitely try to wear underwear wherever possible. Can't believe I just said that. D. Will your pet have to cook and clean always? No, that's not something pets typically do. E. How often do I get to go outside or be free? You can go run around the yard whenever you want, and when we go hiking, then we'll take you off your leash there. F. How big does your wife like it? Well. Aw, man. Why you guys gotta do this to me? No complaints so far, I guess. G. How many dicks, from a logistical perspective, could you take at once? 3. Yeah, because I drive a Toyota Matrix, and, so hypothetically, if I needed to take 3 of my co-workers who are all named Richard somewhere, then I could fit 3 of them in my car, kind of depending on how much luggage they have. Yeah. H. What is your favorite source to go on food? Or on your wife's... My favorite place to go for food is... Carl's Jr. Get yourself one of them $6 burgers with the bacon. That's a good eat. I. Why do you associate yourself with me? I'm beginning to wonder. J. What does your wife think about your pet and ponies overall? She likes ponies. You took some explaining, for sure, after that one picture. Yeah, I had to, yeah. Okay. Do you get any issues with liking ponies in RL or expressing thing as a brony? No, I'm pretty open about it to anybody that'll ask. And so some people think I'm weird or something like that, but you know what? I don't care about their opinions, and so that's fine. They can think whatever they want. Haters gonna hate, as they say. L. Do you go or would you like to go to brony conventions in RL to meet some of your fans and fellow readers, etc.? Man, I would like that more than anything, I think. I really would. But I am poor and Irish, and that will probably not... It definitely won't happen this year, you know. Maybe next year. We'll see what happens. It makes me sad, but so it goes. And last question, who would win in a fight between your wife and Scribbler? Well, I'll tell you who would win, and that would be me, because that sounds really hot. Thank you for the questions, Sexy Xenomorph, aka Xena, and you just keep doing what you do. Next up, Shadow of Cygnus. Ooh, another narrator. I talked about Cygnus a bit in my State of the Channel address, but if you haven't listened to him yet, do go do that. He does really, really good stuff. And Cygnus asks, simple question based on a previous comment elsewhere. We know you're an accomplished narrator in your own right, but have you considered writing any ponyfic yourself? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But actually, not too many people know this about me, but I actually have an alt account on filmfiction.net, Legion, spelled with a 3, you know, because that's a cool thing to do. And I've written a few stories, and one of them is a story called How to Train Your Pegasus. And it was later turned into an audiobook reading by Ilya Leonov. And this was long before Ilya and I were destined to meet as narrators. But I was already just a big fan of Ilya Leonov, and then he goes and contacts me out of the blue. We had never had any prior contact before that, and tells me he wants to do a reading of my story. So you can imagine I was pretty much beside myself. That was pretty much the best thing that ever happened to me, to be noticed out of the blue by someone you really respect. And about 8 months later or so, after my channel had gotten up off the ground, when I introduced myself to Ilya, he was pretty surprised to learn that I was also the author of one of the stories he read. But yeah, if you haven't listened to that reading, it's called How to Train Your Pegasus. You can find that on Ilya Leonov's channel. The story definitely has some issues. You can definitely tell It was written by someone with not a whole lot of experience, but I have to say I've been really pleased with the response that it's gotten. It was published on Equestria Daily, and of course my senpai Ilya Leonov did a reading of it. So I'm very happy with that. Going back to Cygnus's question, I probably won't do a whole lot of writing going forward. You know, I'm a mediocre, kind of fair to middling writer, and there's just so many good fanfics being written every day by authors that are actually really good at what they do. I think it'd be best kind of just to play to my strengths and let them play to theirs. So no plans to write any more fics anytime in the future. There is actually one other fic that you'd find under that Legion account, but that was my first fic. But we don't talk about that. Alright, thank you for the question, Shadow of Cygnus. My man. Okay, well this has been a long day of recording for me, even before I started this thing, so but it looks like I'm getting towards the end here, so that's good. Barry Allen asks, "What's your nationality? You sound black." Wow. I'll be honest, my first response was, "That's racist!" But you know what? Why should I be ashamed of my nationality? You know, it's a part of who I am. There's no reason to be ashamed. It's 2016 after all. So I think a lot of people would have been offended by your question, but you know what? I'll answer your question. I don't mind. So I'm not black. I am brown. I'm a brown earth pony with a brown mane and tail. Craigon42 asks, to get the required silliness out of the way, and because no one else has asked this, what is your name? What is your quest? Oh, okay, I can do this.
What is your name?
Sir Arthur of Camelot.
What is your quest?
To seek the Holy Grail.
What is the flight speed of an unladen sparrow?
Thank you. Now for some more serious questions. 1. Are there any other fandoms you are involved in, and/or are there fanfictions outside of the pony fandom which you have taken a liking to? So like I said before, no other fandoms really right now. I think Star Wars probably comes closest. I love The Force Awakens, by the way. That was very good. In terms of other fanfictions outside the pony fandom that I like, I did a reading for a friend of mine as, I've done one as Batman, and then another one as, it was a Sonic thing, and so I did a reading as Knuckles, and those were both also very good. Really like the stories themselves, but I do not participate actively in those fandoms, if that makes sense. 2. When reading stories, do you prefer longer works like those approaching novel length, or shorter pieces like those less than 10k words? Whether one-shots or short chapters. If they're much longer than 10,000 words, I think I would like someone else to read those to me so I can listen in the car and stuff like that. I don't have to sit down and read those myself. I do like those fics. It seems to be kind of a trend in the MLP fandom, at least. Whereas before, years ago, you'd see, you know, a really epic fics were the norm. I think the whole fandom's kind of moved to shorter fics now, and I'm not, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. So about 20,000 or so is probably the longest fic that I would ever read myself. But if somebody else wants to do a reading of a fic longer than that, then I'd be very keen on listening to it. 3. Same question as 2, but applied to your own narrations. Do you prefer longer or shorter works for doing narrations on? Good question. I definitely prefer shorter fics for me, and right about 10,000 is about the longest that I would be actively considering doing for my own readings for my own channel. Transcendence was the longest fic I'd ever done, and yeah, it really took a lot out of me. Part of the problem was I set a kind of an unrealistic release schedule for myself, very optimistic, and then I had a lot of setbacks, we'll say, a lot of stuff going on in my life that prevented me from being able to stick to that schedule too much. So, oh, it's a good fic. I'm glad I did it, but wow, it really took a lot out of me. So, multi-parters are okay, but yeah, I probably won't do another 60,000 word fic for a while. 4. What kind of overall genres do you prefer in your literature? Comedy, horror, adventure, etc. Probably just drama? Yeah. Drama and adventure, I guess. Really epic world-building stuff like Lord of the Rings I like. and really, really dramatic stuff where the character learns stuff about themselves. I like those kind of stories the best, I think. 5. Are there any written stories, books, or fanfiction which has moved you to tears? And would you be comfortable recommending them to others, viewers? Yeah, I'm kind of ashamed to admit it, but yeah, I'm kind of a crier. I cry a lot in fics. I've even cried like reading, like during the process of narrating some of the fics that I've done for my channel. It's really very annoying. It really is. So no, I can't really recommend just one, because yeah, they pretty much all do that to me. Somewhat embarrassed having said that out loud, but there you are. Yeah, thank you for the questions, Kragon42. You're a good dude, and I like you. Is that everything? Is that all the questions? Oh, there's, we got a few on Twitter here. One second. Just a few, I think. Yeah, here we go. Idris asks, do you listen to all news stories in your car, or do you play some favorites over and over? Pretty much listen to all news stories in the car. The MLP fanfic reading community is, fortunately large enough that I can pretty much only exclusively listen to fanfic stuff most of the time. Every once in a while I'll run out of content and then I have to listen to like music in the car. It's terrible. But yes, I love listening to other readers' narrations when I'm commuting to work. I used to have an Audible subscription, and I haven't paid for that in months because I get to listen to MLP stuff instead, and it's so much better. Or do you play some of your favorites over and over? Not a whole lot of fics that I get an urge to go back and listen to more than once, to be honest. Some of Scribbler's stuff, I suppose. There was that one with the sea pony. I forget what it's called. Really like that one. I think I listened to A Puppet to Her Fame more than once because that's a like I said, that's a heck of a fic. I think I listened to Ilya Leonov's Apotheosis a couple times. And of course, I've probably listened to Ilya read my own story. More than once, let's just say that. Next question from Idris. If I write another story with fish in it, will you narrate it? Yeah, Idris, you don't need to ask. You're my BFF, I'm gonna read your story. Honestly. Oh my, is that all the questions? I think that's all the questions. Holy cow, we did it. We did it, everybody. We got through all of them. Oh my gosh, how long is this thing? Holy cow. It's a good thing I didn't have any more recording to do today, huh? Holy cow. Thank you, everybody who took the time to ask me questions. You really know how to make a guy feel special. Thank you. And now it's time for my very cringy and stupid sign-off. Until next time, stay classy, Ponyville.